Hello everyone, I'm Son of Beast, and I'm Mephone, and right now we approach to the conference finals, in between the Eastern and Western Conference. One of each teams will be heading to the finals, and win the whole thing. Who will it be? Find out after the NBA playoffs, in between the games. It's coming up next, after this. Hello everyone, OJ here, as this time now for the Eastern Conference Finals. Are you excited to see who's going to be playing against?
I sure do, because this one is about to be happening here for the one best time. This first matchup is about to be here. It's the Bucks versus Miami Heat. The first part of this game is happening here at the FTX Arena, and we're really excited to see who's going to win for this one. I like this one, team. You really like that one?
Indeed I do. It's between the two of them, of Giannis Antetokounmpo and Jimmy Butler. We're going to see who is going to take the win here, and hopefully we'll see how this one happens.
That's good to hear. And now to send things off, we send you to Son of Beast and Mephone to start things off.
And with that one, stick around later as we see the Warriors play against the Suns here at the Footprint Center here in Arizona.
It's going to be a lot of fun to see how this goes. Guys, it's all yours. Enjoy the game, folks.
A quick peek
inside, as right now the players are ready to get hydrated up here and get started for the run. It is happening here live at the Magic City of the amazing view in downtown Miami. Hello everyone, Son of Beast here along with Mephone. This is the Eastern Conference Finals of the NBA playoffs. And right now, me and Mephone, Ali LaForce is on the sideline. I will be joined here for the start. I'm taking a look here at Bobby Portis Jr. This season was 14.6, only 56% of the effort. And in 5 games was only 8.2, only 35% share of the effort. It may be tough for him to go by. And a minute now to check on Ali LaForce. Ali, it's all yours.
Thanks, BA. The Miami Heat are all about winning. Jimmy Butler said, quote, careers go this way or that, so you never take anything for granted. When you have something, you roll with it. Not waiting for a draft pick. You win now. And I think that's what the Miami Heat is all about, right now.
And while all of this inspection out there, thank you, Ali. Lots of inspection going on in between the two. It looks like Giannis Antetokounmpo is looking for a way to try to make them pay for it. And the lineups are being occurred as Jimmy Butler take on Chris Middleton for the key matchups in the small forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo against P.J. Tucker, and it's Lowry facing up against Drew Holiday. Of course, with the other one, Brook Lopez against Bam Adebayo and Robinson versus the Matthews. The game's about to start. Game 1, here we go. All filled up and ready to go. Lowry's in the point guard. We also have his P.J. Tucker in point forward. That's Butler in a small forward. Robinson in for the shooting guard, and Bam Adebayo in the center. What a perfect feed here for Bam Adebayo over Brook Lopez. He's delivering things like he never done here before. I think there might be another way to get right into it to start things off. Wow, the drive is picked up here on Drew Holiday. This one slams in by. Watch out for Drew Holiday. He's already getting into attack moment. They've already beat against the Celtics in Game 7, but watch out for this one. This might be a tough one to try to go inbound in between the zones. Butler right over to Adebayo. Fades, pulls over to Butler. Takes a shot. Three-pointer, no good. Adebayo taking a big rebound and says, I got it. I have it back to you always. He's really wanting to give that one a good look. Bounce pass to Adebayo. PJ Tucker over Antetokounmpo. Rejected, and that shot clock is turned off with a violation. It will be Bucks ball. What a tremendous game for Giannis at Mobile 1 block. And watch, yeah, you can definitely tell that one. Giannis Antetokounmpo was trying to take it down to the Romania. He is already putting things on the show, and he wants to knock things over to do it all over again. Here's Middleton right in the center. He goes right over to Matthews. Matthews up to Holiday, around Lowry. And Brook Lopez, open feed and a great drive angle for the first one. If this driving angle is going to be a very tough one to go right into bound, we might need to go for another changing to get right back in the game. Butler right to PJ Tucker. Here's Lowry. He faces off to Robinson. Around Wesley Matthews. Makes a shot. That's a tough one. But he makes it in there, no problem. And you talk about that one here. He's just picking up this right on his way to give that one a Murphy credit. Here's Matthews. And it's over again by Middleton, over to Lopez. We're under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo, you called that one a dunk, and this one goes up to 2. Heat trail by 2. He finds over to Lowry. Brings it over to PJ Tucker. Shoots one, and it went up here too early for PJ Tucker to release. Here's Matthews. He puts up an alley-oop. A successful feed by Giannis Antetokounmpo. This one's given up here, 8-4 lead. Now there is a change-up. If you're going to get the man right in the target out there, you might be able to try to pick it up on your own. Or otherwise, it might be a tough one to go with a blocking alley-oop pass and get right back to the point. That's what the people really need. And you have to get it in good timing to get right by. Wow, Holiday was a slam out there, and looks like Lowry was picking up a defensive breakdown. They need some help. The help is definitely what they need. And out of bounds has been called by Duncan Robinson. New changes are coming up here for the Heat and Bucks. Matthews and Lopez are checked out as Allen and Portis Jr. are checked in. Well, following along with Hero and Oladipo checking in between Duncan Robinson and, of course, the other one as well. Nice D here for Tyler Hero. He has his first rebound. Oladipo swings over to Adebayo. After Kyle Lowry changing, he is still on the court. Lowry right over to Hero. Hero with the shot. Wow, in and out. That was too close to call. He would have made that shot in. It's tough now to get your inbounding because it's not that easy when you get that right timing to get right back into the zone. Timeout has been called by Miami with 1:11 to go as we get a quick break here to give this one a Murphy run credit score. It's 12-4 Bucks lead. This one is putting down the wire. It looks like they're going to try to beat the number 1 team seed if they can try to go for it. A big banger. The NBA playoffs of the Eastern Conference is brought to you by Clorox. The only way that gets things tougher is their Clorox to help you them make it clean. The Eastern Conference Finals is turning out to be one of the bestest plays. For real time, we've seen the Heat and Celtics as they already destroyed the Bucks with the defending champions, and now it looks like they're looking for somebody else to win it again. I don't know what to tell you this one, but this is all I need to be bringing things back where they wanted to go. And sometimes the only beginning of this one can be a tough one in between. Sometimes it gets things tough. And as of right now, the new changeup as Seti Martin is checked in. And also with the other guys, Middleton is checked out along with Antetokounmpo, Connaughton, and Noora are checked in. Martin swings over to Butler. Back to Hero. Going for a 2. A terrific shot for Tyler Hero. His first bucket in game 1 of the finals. He's doing a lot of great things on his own. The better performance run, the better you have it all down. Butler and Holiday for 3. This one swings up here way too short. Adebayo swings over to Butler. Putting a feed in it, and that will be off the run here for Butler. Here's Allen. He swings around inside. Take the feed inside already. Went down on the floor. And for Allen himself, he got a first one to be lucky to get a dunk. And oh boy, here comes Hero. Wow, revenge on that one. You feel like Tyler Hero was flying, like a flying superhero. And this one is coming back down their way. Second bucket for Hero. 20 seconds to play, and here he goes again. Great stop by Seti Osman as Hero gets another one. That's his second rebound. Here's Bam Adebayo. He swings off to Martin. Now he goes right over to Butler. Butler over Bobby Portis. That's a great feed inside the paint. Layup drive. And just only 1 second. Holiday in deep. That will be off the target as the first quarter has come to a close. 14-10. Bucks lead by 4. We'll take a quick break here and then come back for the second period. They're getting a lot that hard out there. What a start for the Bucks here for tonight.
I had a great opportunity from really day one. You know, the coaches and my teammates all trust me. It's just the beginning. Just continue to get better. It's a long season, a long road ahead.
He is perfect here for the Miami Heat. As after the draft has already been inducted here for 2019, he's looking for another one to keep an eyes on the run here to bring him on the floor and ready for everything. Almost ejected away as Connaughton for 3. Right down on the floor. No foul is given up for Miami. It was too hard, too hot, and he might be too hard to get through. Bam Adebayo scoops up with the reverse drive. Back down by 2. Bam Adebayo receiving his second bucket. This one down to 4:30 to go. Allen on Oladipo. Try to pick it up. The face shot. Rebounding is tipped. And Noora sends up with the reverse layup. They're back up by 4. Hero with the ball. He swings over to Oladipo. Now he goes back to Hero. Now swings over to Seti Martin. Back to Strus. Gonna try to do it. And Strus, look at this playthrough maker. Strus got a first bucket for game number 1 in the finals. He's doing really well. Some of the guys are getting in the way, but for Strus, he stops it good. What a play, terrific opportunity run for Bam Adebayo as this one gets a first block and out of bounds. Now the new changeup is being lifted as Brook Lopez is checked in for Ibaka, moving over as Allen is checked out. And the other teams are making changes. Bam Adebayo and Victor Oladipo out. Tucker and Robinson are on the board here in the court. He finds Ibaka. Now PJ Tucker's in the corner covering him. Now to Lopez. Over Robinson. That gets a good feeder and take terrific opportunity here for the Ibaka of the assists. Now here's Hero. He swings over to Tucker. Strus outside. Back to Hero. Hero trying to make a move out there. Finding PJ Tucker with the screen. He finds Tucker off around him. That's a great stop for PJ Tucker to release. And Hero with the assist. That's going to be a great communication out there in between the two. Now there might be a next one coming in. The drive went too short. And a great stop here by Hero. He is picking up ace timing and get right back by Strus. Here we go. Oh! Strus was just flies over here. It's my world, you take back from me. Holiday. And the foul's called on PJ Tucker with the reach. As the first personal will be bringing up at the first team foul for Miami. New changes for the Bucks. Connaughton, Matthews, Middleton, and Antetokounmpo as Ibaka's checked out. Hero and Martin are checked out. As for another one comes in by for Lowry and for Jimmy Butler. Here's Middleton. Swings off to Matthews. Up to Antetokounmpo. Butler watching him. And a terrific shot for Antetokounmpo. That lead back by 2. Miami trail by 2. Butler with the Heat attack. Now brings back to Tucker. Now to try to make things switch up to pay for their run. They're looking for the open man. Butler for 3. That's in and out. That's Connaughton with the rebound. And you want to know that you want to be careful with that one. That could be a difficult situation here. And also with the culture, they need something else and try to pick up their way. Antetokounmpo makes a shot, count, and bucket, and 1 as PJ Tucker is fouled. And that's what he wanted to know. Giannis Antetokounmpo is only that tall. It looks like Bam wants to try to stop their run and get right back into work. So far, the other teams are just going to try to put the win here in the first game and then on to the second game in game 2. One shot's been called here for Milwaukee as this one is going to be up here to do it again. And for Giannis makes a shot. We're under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. As this one now, here's Lowry. Here's Strus outside. Back to Lowry. He moves back over to Robinson. Robinson right over to Butler. Swings over to Strus. Over to Butler. Loses the ball and Middleton with the steal. Not so good out there. That puts him a big heavy attack. And Strus puts a revenge. 2-on-1. Butler up. Makes a shot. That's Strus with the assist. Butler reaches it up here. They're back down by 3. The teams are always in good hands out there. Butler really got a good feed. Antetokounmpo went too strong. And now it's Tucker with the ball. They're back the other way. He swings it back to Lowry. We're just about a minute to play here in the first half of the game. Here's Butler trying to pull up a fight. Strus back to Tucker. Here's Strus trying to go for a tie. First three-pointer can't hit for Strus. Antetokounmpo on the attack. He springs off to Connaughton, right to Middleton. Wow, you bet that count that one in. A 360 windmill, and into the slam he goes. I don't know what to tell you this one. This was the biggest feed here that Middleton was ever to play. Here's perfect perfection. Strus trying to whoop up with an open look at his floor. Lowry back to Butler. Stepping over side. Forget about that one. Butler makes a shot. That's 6 points for him tonight in first game. 10 seconds left. Here's Connaughton. Up to Matthews, up to Middleton. 5 to shoot. For the game clock. Try to put it up. Nice D, and that brings the rebound for Strus. The first half is closed. It's tough when they get right by him. And not to worry, it looks like they're going to try to fix things up here for the second half. We'll be right back. 25-22 is the score after halftime show.
Tough, tremendous inbound out there.
It's very that tough. And I think we're about to see the halftime show of what they've got here.
So far, I'd like to see that Tyler Hero is bigger than Jam move out there. And for the Heat, they got a great numbers here. What is your take, OJ?
My take, it may be a very good one to try to give it up from here and see his first points here for Tyler Hero for tonight. Ready for game 1 action. there might be something going on and we haven't seen it before. And for your take test tube here for Giannis Antetokounmpo and the other teams, how does it really keep your pressure alive here?
Well, it does turn out. In between the zone attacking, it's just a tough one to make the inbound and try to make a huge save to try to make that one. I'm definitely telling you this one, they are a strong team at number 3. Hopefully they can get there right by it.
And that's going to wrap here for the halftime show. Thank you for joining us here for the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's send you back over to Mifo and Son of Beast. Please go back now. We're done. See you folks next time. Post-game show will be up after the game is over. And we welcome you back here for the second half as this one comes down for 25-22 lead for Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo was really pushing his way on the limit. The scorer always has to keep a dry motion out there. Lots of clean timing has already been in front. I'm always seeing it could be a difficult strength here to give this one a great light zone. Maybe the ability might be paying things off. Hopefully we'll see what the team needs without the player that we all called for. I don't know what the team, I keep forgetting who the player is. Oh, right, Robin Lopez. I'm hoping there might be somebody else here that can help us out, but we are not sure what's going to be. So let's see what happens if this one goes for a quick release spin. Butler in the free. Lowry stepping over to Bam Adebayo. And Bam Adebayo wrap around it, and you bet the count bucket and one. What a stop here for Bam Adebayo, and it's Lopez with the foul on Milwaukee. That was an incredible performance run. Bam Adebayo was trying to put it around the wrap-up. And he was putting things right on the board, and he had no problems getting out there all alone. Miami is shooting another free throw attempts here at the free throw line. Do we have their courage to step up more? It's a tough inbounding.
Find the lane. Inside.
And Adebayo sends up here to pin it back by 2. Milwaukee lead by 2. Holiday right to over to Antetokounmpo. Trying to hold up with the ball, and it's tipped out. Butler takes a steal. What a deflector out there. Moment to tell, it just really does stand out. Tucker with an open 3. Good, and a triple. That's the first 3-pointer for Tucker. They're up by 1. What a terrific perform here. PJ Tucker, all ready to go here for the second half. It looks like the team is going to try to hit their run again. And a great drive here for Matthews. This one pulls up to be back up by 1 for Milwaukee. Here's Lowry. He brings it over back to Robinson. Around Matthews, and that's a terrific D here for Wesley Matthews to stop. Now it's Holiday on Lowry. And the first foul that's called on Adebayo, his first personal, first team foul on Miami. Drew Holiday at the free throw line shooting 2. And it's not what you wanted to get right by him. You just got to go right for your man. When Eric Spoelstra is trying to talk to his teammate, you got to go with the head of the players. You got to try to keep an eyes on him. Don't let it go right around him. Keep your man pressure and keep it alive. First free throw is knocked in. Now the new changes are coming up for the Bucks and the Heat as Antetokounmpo and Matthews are checked out. Ibaka and Allen are checked in. Meanwhile, the other teams from the Heat, as right now Butler is checked out, along with Robinson. It's Oladipo and Hero. And then we have his City Martin. Good in the second free throw. And now here's Lowry. He faces off here to Hero. He's doing it again. Wow, you fly that one. That's another dunk here for Tyler Hero. You bet he would. He's just going to go fly. Says, do it again. All the fans really will love to hear that one for Hero to try to fly it over. And Lowry says, that's my guy. And a stop is put up on Drew Holiday. Defensive breakdown is in trouble. The tough one needs to go right by him. He needs something else to try to stop him and then try to get right into work. They don't want to leave him out with the man gap opener. Lowry back to Martin. He swings back to Lowry. Hero going for three. It went very late and it didn't work him for all. He says, no, I can't help with the three-pointers. Allen on Hero. Wide hold up. Tried to block the pass, but it's still left on Brook Lopez. Middleton on Oladipo. Just 5 to shoot. Double man on him, and Middleton takes it carry. As it's now backed up by 5. Lowry swings off to Hero. And now he goes right over to Lowry. Lowry trying to back it up already. Free for Lowry. Good in a triple. It's back down by 2. What a stop here, and this one is going to be a big blowing out to try to stop one in game 1. It's a tough one inbound. You don't want to mess this one up. If you want to get back in the game, you got to go for it. Ibaka on Martin. Swings off to Allen. Hero, made that one spin, but he cuts it up. And it's rejected by Adebayo. 2 in a row. They're back in the other way. Martin up to Hero. Swings over to Adebayo. And a 3-second is picked up on them as this one turns over to be the Bucks ball. Great deflection out there for mobile 1 block. That's a stop. Allen was going to try to go face up with the drive. This one was not going to be enough to try to hit these things on the board. The decker, the floater. They need something else here to get right by the attack. And if you need one right away, you got to go for it. Milwaukee lead by 2. Allen on Hero. Races up to Bobby Portis Jr. after a check-in by Ibaka. Portis Jr. swings back to Allen. Opens it up. A solid defensive performance run for Kyle Lowry. Now here's Lowry. Allen only has 4 points here in the first half, but the second half wasn't picked up yet. He needs something else out there because if Allen doesn't have enough here, after playing with the Grizzlies, he may not be able to get right to his timing with the luck. Oh my goodness! Martin just releases a dunk. High fly ball, here I come. Oh, that is a one-hand dunk bullshit. Here's Holiday. Covered up by Lowry as Bobby Portis Jr. on Adebayo. Close it up. A solid D here for Hero, and he has the ball. Give excellent run. Oh, Oladipo flying out like he did here before. Oh, wow. I love seeing all the dunks out there in one of my bestest performance run. I don't know if we can put that one in my show. I don't know if we can definitely do that one. Allen on Hero. Putting around in the double-man defensive. A solid entry D here for Adebayo as Oladipo takes his rebound. Their team lead by 2. Now it's Oladipo in the corner of the wing. Back to Martin. Now it swings up to Adebayo. Adebayo gives things up. 5 to shoot. They need something open targets to get by him. And a 3 for Oladipo. It went short, and that ends the third quarter. Still with the scores being lipped ahead, it's 37-35. We got the fourth quarter coming up next, right after the break. And ready for action, they might be ready for the finish here for the first game before we take second game. We'll see how this one goes. And a moment now to release the State Farm assist of the game. And believe me on that one, I've always seen the other players giving him a lot of great momentum out there. And for Hero for himself, he's picking up a great communication on offense, and also PJ Tucker as well. It seems like they're going to try to hit their way back to the mark and get right back into it. The fourth quarter is about to set, and as you all make the game, I hope you're glad you could join us as we're about to start things off for the last one, all filled up and ready to go. Holiday in the point guard, and it's Pat Connaughton in the small forward. Bobby Portis Jr. here in the small of the center. And then we have is Jordan Noah, small forward, and Antetokounmpo in point forward. Here's Connaughton making 3 shots. That is an open three-pointer, and now picks up ahead by 1. But an open look here on the man. That Connaughton really saves the day. He needs something else. Wow! Oladipo going back-to-back insane dunks. And he was trying to revenge on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Says, oh, no way. No way at all. I am definitely never going to let this happen if you can talk like that to me. Well, don't let this happen with a technical foul. Portis Jr. Noah for 3. They're rebounded by Antetokounmpo. The solid D is picked up for Duncan Robinson. And Lowry going back the other way. He swings it over to PJ Tucker. Back to Lowry. Back over to Butler. Screen coming in for Oladipo. Layup drive, scoots him up and forward. And Butler gets 8 points. After the last playoff game in 2021, it was the toughest to clear to make that Miami Heat had a lot of struggle with their offensive ability here since season 5 here for the last one. And definitely what to tell that one, most players are definitely trying to convenience themselves. They try to hit their necks here on a run. I'm pretty sure there might be somebody out there that might need to give a clear moment out there in just a way that they can get there right in timing attacks. So far the ability might be bringing on and stress things on the board. We're trying to put them right into the lane and test their ability to try to keep things on running. Bernie's having a fun time out there on the court, not for the real game, but this was all that happened that definitely had Paul. They love to see the Heat get back in and wants to go to the finals for 2K22. It's tough when to be out there like he did. It's lots of great hustle out there. We wanted to give a salute to everybody. And also with the hurricane has already been attacked. So if you're in Central Florida, we hope to see that Miami can definitely help things out and do things again. And now new changes are being lifted up here as Connaughton and Aurora are checked out. Now again, Matthews and Middleton are checked in. Matthews are delivering the fruit, an open feeder, and Antetokounmpo with the assist. Adebayo, Tucker, and Butler are back into the starting 5. He swings over to PJ Tucker. Fades one, trying to get around away from it. Adebayo up to Lowry. Swings over to Butler. Shoots over Middleton. PJ Tucker can't make the rebound as Antetokounmpo gets the rebound. Matthews, the deep throw, back up in the lead by 1. And Antetokounmpo with the assist. The bench outscores the Heat bench for the Bucks by 7. This was the toughest spot in the making. They need some help out there. The tough one. There's still more time to get right into the game, but there might be too much timing to try to hit their foul. Count the bucket 1. Bam Adebayo delivers a number 2. The foul is on Middleton. Only 1 shot left here for Adebayo. And right now Portis Jr. is checked out as Lopez is checked in. Back to their starting 5.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. 1 shot.
And he makes one in. Bam Adebayo has 10 points. They're back up by 2. Here's Holiday. Hasn't scored yet here for the second half as they wanted to keep the pressure in there. And here it comes. Matthews for 3. At delivering outside the feed. They're back up by 1. This is a tough deliberation. Nobody's on him. They're going to need some man-to-man players. And a foul is given up here on Drew Holiday as Kyle Lowry is already drawing a foul and we're at the free throw line shooting 2. It's a lot of deliberation in between the 1 and 1 moment. The foul first went on Chris Middleton. And on the foul, it was on Drew Holiday. It's not going to be too good for Milwaukee for tonight for the start. Lowry hits the first free throw. And he's delivering his successful run. Back from last season, he has played with the Toronto Raptors, and he has definitely got some great feelings about him. He knows his stuff. He knows he can do it all. I'm betting he can. Sometimes for Kyle Lowry, he wants to pick things up here a little bit more and help them out with the team, get better into their playing of this game. And I think the team, they're looking for next season. Here's Holiday, passes up to Antetokounmpo, and reaching foul is delivered on Adebayo, his second, and knocked the cameraman over. Watch out, cameraman. It looks like he's already tripped, and he might be crashing on your side. Middleton outside the range, three-pointer good! They're back up by 2. There are just 2 minutes left. It's Robinson with the ball. Up to Adebayo. Moves back to Robinson. Back to Bam. Tucker with the screen. And here's Tucker going to tie it. Foul and one! What a stop here! And Brook Lopez draws a foul. PJ Tucker delivering to succeed at the line for 1. Wow, man. The fans loved it. PJ Tucker was deliberating as a huge success. I'm betting this one is a counter-relation to hit their deck in the floor. And Hero is checked in for Duncan Robinson. And a free throw picks up the lead by 1. They're having fun time. The blast one. It's a great competition in between Milwaukee and Miami. Screen on Brook Lopez. He swings inside now. This one up in the lead. No good. And foul. They count the bucket. It's a back-to-back switch, and Bam is fouled. That's his third. Second team foul on Miami. Oh, I'm definitely not that exciting going on. It looks like the teams have definitely already been out here like he did. The frustration from Coach Mike Budenholzer gives the team pick up the floor. Do what you have to do. Don't just leave it there. Free throws deliver up with a huge run, back by 3. Now timeout is back by 2. Timeout called by Miami. With under a minute and a half to go, it's 51-49. Well, now I'm not just going to let this happen, but this was the toughest game that they ever played here since Game 3 and 4. Along with Game 6, as the ultimate competition was never striking things again, do it all over the place. The team was deliberating a huge success. Their ability is nothing but to hide things out. I'm seeing things like they really wanted to do. Sometimes it's a very tough one to try to keep their live momentum going. It may not be tough enough to try to answer or abide the attack. It's very difficult ranging that they wanted to do and get back into the game. If you're tuning in to the Warriors and the Suns, it's coming up next year for the next spot here to get things up in Game 1. And then we will have one game at a time here for Rangers and Hurricanes. In game, to battle it up through and do it again. Now for the New Balance player of the game, this one goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo in Game 1. This deliberation was a succeed moment out there. Giannis is always slowing things down. He says, never quit, never give up, and get right to the flow. He's the captain of the Buck, and he really likes to show things off here to try to stop them. All the other teams here are trying to need their force here and get right into work. That might be the only change up that we might have to do. Lowry right to Hero. Hero up. Makes the shot. They're tied up again. Hero's got 8 points. And Lowry with the assist. He's doing it again. I'm pretty sure they're going to go for another one to go for the tricky setup. Antetokounmpo back up in the lead by 2. Now he still has more time. He finds over to Adebayo. Adebayo right to Lowry. Here's Butler outside. Swings inside, wrap around it. A terrific feed like they did here before. They're tying things again, and Lowry with the assist. Team's going wild here for game one. Let's hope this happens to be the next one to step it in. You're watching it, and here it comes, and puts it back here, and forget about the dunk. He's back up it by 2. A lot of hustling inbound here, and Giannis is nobody looking over in the bound. Lose the ball, they're back over to Antetokounmpo. And Bam Adebayo got it back, and with the last touch on Antetokounmpo, it's Heat ball. A turnover's been redeemed here for Milwaukee with only 36 seconds left. Now here's Lowry. He fights over to Butler. Moves back to Lowry. Free for Butler. Good! What a show run! Butler delivered it up, and the fans are wild here for this evening running game one. Oh man, I'm telling you, the bet thing happened already. Miami Heat wants to get loud and rowdy because it's already like the hottest temperature here in South Florida, in the southeast of the central. Timeout called by Milwaukee as both teams has one timeout left. 26.9 seconds. They're deciding to talk things over. And now to stick up with the man-to-man, they're going to need something else to get right into the game. Post-game show will be underway with you shortly after this first game is over. So let's make this one happen and get right to work. I would say another new change-up here for the Bucks to go back on offense and defense still here on the Heat. Here's Antetokounmpo. Around him. Oh! Whoa, my goodness! Antetokounmpo wants to suck things out. He says, no sirree. He is never going to stop me now. Timeout last call by Miami with 24.5 to go, and he is not on him. That's definitely going to be his last touching here and try to hit the deck floater. They need something else to try to keep the momentum out there. And with all that happened, it's very tough one to get right in the bound. The NBA Eastern Conference Finals is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Talk to your agent today to get a free quote at 1-800-STATE-FARM. Adidas, impossible is nothing. And by your local Kia dealers, official vehicle of the NBA. Tyler Hero is checked out as for Duncan Robinson is checked in. Here back to the starting 5 group. Here's Butler, all taking this time. Back to Lowry. They wanted to keep the clock down from running. Now he swings over to Butler. And on Tucker inside, going for it, and he loses the ball. The foul will be picked up on Lowry, as it already has his first and third team foul, and Drew Holiday will have to step up to the free throw line shooting 2. It's tough one because right now PJ Tucker would have gotten and make one in there, but it was too much control. Now over their team, they're going to have to score once more. Holiday makes the first free throw. He gets it in there, it will be all over. And only last possession for Miami too. He makes both free throws. Last change up for Miami to win it or get defected. Butler going for 3, ties the game! Wow, you're gonna feel that heat! And Butler says, I'm going for it. What a shot, and he made one in. Last timeout called by Milwaukee. It looks like they're going to overtime for the first time in game 1. What a show. This run was oh my goodness. You could feel that the pressure was already been here in an attacking moment. They really got some great higher averaging on the scores. their running was like they paid off like they did. And looks like the team for the Bucks, they will be heading to overtime if they miss or not. With the shot, Holiday, no good. We're going to overtime for the first time in game one. Ready for action, ready for everything. It looks like the Heat and Bucks are ready to be in position. We'll be right back with you right after this. Glad you have us back here as we are about to set overtime for the first time in game one. I've never seen this one before. This is the only game action. I really like to see this one come along. So far, it may be the tough one to be in the bounding, but I want to see how well they can do to try to stop their run here in advantage. It might be tough enough to get in there, but so far, it may be a tough one to go by. As the game starts here for our extra period, all filled up and ready to go for overtime. Here's Lowry, up again, makes a shot. That's a two-pointer score for Lowry, and the team is up by 2. Here's Matthews, back the other way. Swings over to Middleton, up again, alley-oop successful! What a pressure here from Middleton, and Giannis is keeping it in control. Your team is not really happy already because that is another face up here with the alley-oop and successful pass. This motion is giving him a hard time to try to pick up their run and go right back to work. Butler for 3, gives up nothing in front. Now Holiday up to Matthews. 2 minutes left in overtime. Holiday right over again. Finds Lopez, open feed. Dams it down. Back up by 2. 63-61 is your score. Here's Tucker. Face-off drive. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. Butler shoots it up. That is a tough inbound. Another miss by Miami. And the tough teams are really having a hard time. They are just starting to dislike their team with the tough bounding in the put. And with the shot, Brook Lopez up again. Rebounded by Adebayo. Now here's Butler. Passes back to Robinson. Over to Adebayo. Moves it back to Lowry. Lowry wants to take his time to find another player to get right by him. He finds over Robinson. And with the pass, Lowry inside. That went short. And a bad release been weird with the fingertips was being broke up. And with Matthews with a drive. His settle scores as all happens to be one of a kind. The best run of it was picking up too much. Robinson back to Lowry. Robinson for 3. Deep 3. What a jam. They're back down by 1. Bucks lead ahead. Antetokounmpo on Tucker. Going for 3. And he makes one in. A back-to-back switch here for the 3s, and the Bucks extends their lead by 4. And he's fouled by Brook Lopez. 31.1 seconds left. Third personal and a first team foul delivers up for the Bucks. Bam Adebayo, he was like saying, I want this. This is my only time. We are not going to give up here. We are never going to quit, and this might be the only one to stop it through. The tough inbounders here between the head coaches, it's all that happens to be care of them that they have. First free throw for Adebayo is good. And now Bobby Portis Jr. will check in for Brook Lopez. He has 3 fouls already, and now this will be the time for this new changeup. Good on the both free throws. Timeout will be called by Milwaukee with 31.1 seconds. So far, it's in between the ones to score, but we might be happy enough to go for a win to have them all here in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. it might be the time out there. We might give it all they've got here. So far, we'll see how well they can do. If they can try to set things up here with the total score. And with some new changeups here, going back the other way as Middleton finding another way to get right by him and try to close the gap. Their team is down by 2. Here's Antetokounmpo rolling back up the pressure. Tucker going in. The dunk is pushed out. What a stop by Antetokounmpo. He is like putting a rest to give them a quiet silent here in game 1. The pressure has already been out there. Defensive breakdown, it's going to be too much to get things up here. They try to stop them down, and on their heating run of pressure, it's a very tough one to be the inbound. They try to work their way around. It's tough, and they need. Now they're back on the court. They're going to try to fight their way through and get right into the game. Here's Hero outside. Tucker for 3. It's up and misses again, and that will have to end here for first game in the conference finals. The tough one is already inbound now, and now it looks like Team Giannis is ready to pick up the win here for the shocking game of the season. Postseason has already been still coming down to the wire, but there might be only few teams left in between the Stanley Cup playoffs and the NBA playoffs. May be tough now, but we may never know when will it happen. No timeouts for Milwaukee yet, and that will be the end for their timeout to give it a break. Now here's Matthews. And Hero will be checked fouled up here for his first personal. Second team foul in Miami, and Wesley Matthews at the free throw line shooting 2. First free throw is good for Matthews. And a second free throw for Matthews is good. Last time out for Miami. Their team is already like being bad to worst, and their team has already been picking up their runs like they have done here before. It may be good, it may be tough for them to go right here. But the good thing for Milwaukee, they already picked up the pressures here. They are all that they have here. And now they're going to have to like finish things up here in overtime to keep their runs out and alive. Here's Hero. Deep 3. Makes it in there. Wow, what do you call that one a making three-pointer? I don't know, but he's really like putting things right in here like he did here before. And what a stop here for Tyler Hero. He says, I think I'm ready. He's ready for the three-pointer. What a stop. The next foul is picked up on Lowry as Hero is at the free throw line again. Shooting 1 out of 2 for the Milwaukee. Drew missed the first one. This team is already like they want some fire pressures out there. They need something to go right from the heavy matching. And he makes the second free throw. This one will be coming down in for the bank. 10 seconds, Lowry with the 3. Tucked and tipped away, and that ends with the run and Hero's foul for the second. That one's going to be the end for the Heat in game 1. Try to be up here to go up for the close matchup range. But this all happens to be the end here for game 1 in Eastern Conference Finals. 1 down and 1 more to go. If they makes it in, it will be the Bucks' first win here in the finals of the Eastern Conference. And he makes his second free throw. Last possession. As right now, Hero will make another one. And that will be it for the first game here in the conference finals. Final score, Bucks 75-69. The tough one's inbounding already. They already played here like they never had it done before. But glad to see them return. And to close things up, we go to Allie LaForce on the sideline. All right, Allie.
You said these games start to matter more as you come down the stretch. Can you tell me more about that?
Just come down here, try to play good basketball, try to play together, and try to get better. You know, we just try to get in that playoff shape and just get better.
Championship always on your mind. Thanks, Giannis.
All right, Allie, thank you very much for your time and support. We'd like to thank you all for watching the Eastern Conference Finals here of the Heat and Bucks. Tune with us next time here for Game 2 as they're still in Miami as the Bucks Milwaukee lead the series 1-0. Now to close things up, we go down to OJ and Test Tube for the post-game show of the game. Guys, it's all yours. Thank you so much for watching and have a good night in Miami. All right, thank you very much here. And with the closing of the report, the shot was been stunned out there. In between the zones of the attacker, it may be too much for him to try to keep things high on a run. And so far, this was the toughest inbounding we'd love to see. Miami go for the win.
I would have bet. This was a very tough one to try to keep things on the run. And for most of the time, it was a tough game.
Now to close things up for the 3 star players of the game, let's start with you, Test Tube. You take it here first.
Thank you very much. Number 3 we have here is that we got some great some players that gives them all a got. First up right down on the list here was picking up for another one. Bam Adebayo. 12 points already and 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Only took out 1 block here and 2 turnovers. He really did take his time. But most of all, it may be a tough one to go right when he had to. So far, we'll see how well he can do for the next game in Game 2. Now, off to you, OJ.
Thank you, Dewey, for your time. Now for number 2, we have called it the better player, but they have. He's doing it great. It's Jimmy Butler. 16 points, 3 assists, and a steal, and only had 22 performance run here for the first and second half. So far, I'm not really seeing so many others for Jimmy Butler for him tonight. I think the team will let him keep playing longer here for Miami until the next contract is being checked in for him to go to the different team. And for number 1, this one goes to the New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, Giannis Antetokounmpo, he was very a hard pressure. 26 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. I mean, he's crazy already. And 4 excellent dunks here in between. The zone out is bring things ability. Likes to hush him down here in first game. Very tough one in balance.
So that is going to be the end for the first game. Tune with us here for the next game as we have the Western Conference of the finals of the Warriors and the Suns at Footprint Center. That will be the next one on the list here. So if you're tuning in, please keep your eyes up here because we will be heading your way back here to do things again from the beginning to the end. And the next commentators will be determined for the next one. Thank you for joining us here. Until next time, peace out everyone. For a while, that's the NBA Eastern Conference Finals at the 2K22 dial. We'll to see what happens with the changeup is being lifted here for Game 2 of Heat and Bucks. Thank you for joining us along with me and Test Tube. Good night, and we'll see you all here for the next game of Game 2. See you on the other side for the Western Conference Finals.